serious.
Right.
Sensible. Hello. Am I supposed to bring that with me?
Yeah, you grab that.
Okay. No. Oh, maybe I am. Okay.
One guitar.
That's a good thing. I hope it doesn't belong to someone else.
Yeah, rip it off.
Where are we going? Okay, stop. Tired.
When you're ready.
Okay, here we go. Here we are.
Okay. Right. Do you want the easy way round or the hard way round?
To what?
Oh, let's do it this way. This is easier.
It's very windy. Do you want lyrics? I can remember.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
With lyrics. All right?
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Do you want to do a test run anyway? So
Yeah, let's have a shot.
Sound and stuff.
It's very, very
You cut me out
unprofessional.
altogether, yeah?
We're
Unprofessional guys, aren't we?
very,
We're casual.
Very casual. We've rehearsed this song, what,
Once.
once.
And this is the
Okay.
new lyrics for this special occasion. Okay, let's go. In a room above a busy street, echoes of a light. The fragments and the accidents are separated by incidents. Listen to my walk. We share the same spaces, repeated in the corridor, performing the same movements. Story to story, building to building, street to street, we pass each other. Story to story, building to building, street to street, we pass each other. Listen to my walls, we share the same spaces, repeated in the corridors, performing the same movements. The nature of your tragedy is chained around your neck. Do you lead or are you left? Are you sure that you don't care? In a room above a busy street, the echoes of a life, the fragments and the accidents are separated by incidents. Listen to my walls, we share the same spaces, repeated in the corridor, performing the same movements. Story to story, building to building, street to street, we pass each other on the stairs.
That's very good. We're going to need to do some more because of this noise and
Yeah.
stuff. And Pat, do you want to get more this way this time? So we can get
I remember the
Michael full on.
Shut up!
We'll just cancel the police.
We want us to do like the end of it where the siren came through again. Or you want us to do it all again? Do it all again.
Can you do it again?
I think we can do it.
Okay.
$10.
What?
$10.
Okay. Australian or New Zealand or American?
Australian, US.
You can get a better exchange rate.
Actually,
ECUs.
Can we cheat it at all, Pat, by moving them a little bit to the left so that you can actually get more on Michael? that way so we can get
The
to...
wind's going the wrong way from my hair.
Yeah. Cut it off again.
Happens in life.
Is this where you want me? And
Yeah.
Mike and
If you budge up a little bit.
Right, okay.
Budge up,
Yeah,
budge up.
nice.
Budge up.
That's right. Does that work?
Yeah, I mean, fine the other way. You've got the whole of Oxford and both of them.
I thought you could only get profile on Michael, so...
No.
Okay.
Only when
Okay. Make sure you're on for the final piece as well, because we missed that.
No, that's the problem because
Being arty again.
Stop being arty, all right?
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
One, Anna.
None of that.
Two, Anna. In a room above a busy street, the echoes all alive. The fragments and the accidents are separated by incidents. Listen to my walls. We share the same spaces, repeated in the corridors, performing the same movements, story to story, building to building, street to street, we pass each other, story to story, building to building, street to street, we pass each other. Listen to my walls. We share the same spaces, repeated in the corridors, performing the same movements. The nature of your tragedy is chained around your neck. Do you lead or are you led? Are you sure that you don't care? In a room above a busy street, the echoes of a life, the fragments and the accidents are separated by incidents. Listen to my walls. We share the same spaces, repeated in the corridors, performing the same movements, story to story, building to building, street to street, we pass each other on the stairs.
That's great. That's great. Have you got enough cutaway stuff?
Can we? Is it possible? I don't know if you want to, Mike. Is it possible to try one more? And maybe we could try maybe singing a little bit softer. It'd be easier. Do you think? Right.
You want some water
Okay,
anyway?
good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's
I can't see it softly. It's too high key.
Okay.
It has to be that way.
What do you want to do?
Nothing. That's fine.
Really?
Okay.
You want to do it again?
I don't mind. That's what I was thinking about you. That's all. But...
No, that's all right.
Okay. What now? What?
Okay, can we go over and we'll do an interview?
Okay.
Yeah.
One of those. You want a drink?
I'm all right now.
I'm going to get over here. Oh.
All right. You.
Place today.
Ready, Chris?
It's great. You see like where that roof is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the house. It's sort of like that actually, but
Okay.
the whole top of it is glass.
Yeah, great.
It's a really good idea. It keeps heat.
Really,
Well, not so good on a day like this.
No.
Ah, right. Hi. Hello.
Okay. First question is the most obvious one. Why if any reason, did you call the album X?
Searching for a reason. I don't know. We wanted something like a nickname, you know, it's really fast, and X is already in the name, and it's good. It's open to interpretation.
Yeah, and we didn't want a big wordy title, you know, the unbearable lightness of being or something. We just wanted one letter, you know.
To put on those posts.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have specific objectives before you started recording as to how you wanted this album to turn out?
Not really. I mean, hopefully everybody in the band's satisfied with what we end up with. No, not really. I mean, we don't sort of go with some great high theme or anything. We just, you know, play the songs, and you know, Andrew and I wrote most of it, so we've already got that direction going. So from there on in, it's just, you know, fight like hell in a rehearsal studio, basically.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's really a combination of just people's energies to make a good record. Really.
How would you actually describe? Because nobody's going to have heard it. So how would you describe this album?
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah, it's really good. You know? I don't know. It's well, for us, it's our 7th album as well. We've been doing it for a while, and
I guess it's you know, we do this hybrid of rock and funk put together, and it's basically like that. You know? Yeah. Which encompasses all kinds of stuff. Someone the other day called it between AC/DC and Al Green. If that's any help, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I was going to say, most people wouldn't know it's your 7th album.
I guess not.
Does it actually
they
feel
do
like
now.
your 7th album?
No.
But does it to you feel like your 7th album?
I suppose. I don't know. You know, it's actually the first time we've had time between albums to stop. You know, not so much to make the album, but to stop as people and, you know, have a life and get a life and do all that. And so in some ways, it feels like a beginning again.
And how does it? I mean, most people would know Kick best. How does it differ from Kick? So
it's much better. Sorry.
You know, it's a move forward for us, and
I don't know.
It's been a record that I think is very important for us to make, because we stopped after the end of the tour we did to support the Kick album, and we sort of, you know, stop, look, listen, you know, what's going on around us as individuals and people, and not just
ignored it all.
You know,
and then went in and made an album.
got inspiration together basically to make another record instead of. And it's not a race, you know. You don't have. It's not a race who gets there first. You just make music.
Do you actually feel now that because you've reached much greater international success that you can afford to experiment much more? Then, I mean, what prompted the Paul Oakenfold remix of Suicide Blonde?
Oh, because he does a good mix. I mean, he did some work for me when I was doing Max Q last year, so I like that. So, you know, why not? It's good fun. I mean, the good thing about being in our position now is we really can do whatever we want. You know, it's really truly independent. You know, so I think in that way we don't have as much pressure on us as some people think we do.
That's right. I mean, I also produced a record for an artist called Jenny Morris, which was an interesting situation for me to be in, is to sort of step out of the shoes of being a keyboard player with guitarist with a rock band and take a completely different role and assume lots of responsibility for someone else's career. Very interesting, you know, now coming back into the group again. It's actually easier.
Confidence.
It's easier to be in a group, basically.
That's why you're here.
So, I mean, I assume there's a tour plan for this.
Yeah. We start at the end of October. We're going to do a couple of pubs and go through. We're starting in Queensland, places like that, in Australia, and then we're going to hit Prague. We're going to go to Prague, start the European tour, and play down through Europe from there. November, December. I think we were playing in London. We're going to be doing Wembley. And we're going to be doing the Docklands, and we'll be doing Birmingham, places like that as well.
And where else in Europe?
Well, you know, everywhere we can get to, basically, in 2 months.
What's the idea of starting in a pub? Just to warm up?
Yeah.
Well, it's also where we started originally. That's where we came from. Our roots are as a playing band, performance band.
Good warm up.
Yeah.
It sorts you out.
Do you ever see a time when you wouldn't tour to promote an album, or you would actually take a year out not touring? Was touring that important to you?
What we just did. You mean in the future?
A new album out, you do the tour.
Oh, I see.
Would you actually at one stage say, no, I don't want to tour?
Yeah, sure, probably. You would. Go on, admit it.
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I love playing music, but I like family and friends. So
it's a good thing. You don't want to spoil it, basically.
I can't, I can't play music with the band if I stay at home. And when I'm playing music, I can't be at home. So you're consistently, torn between these two, passions, I suppose, if you call it that. But I don't see any reason why the band shouldn't tour if it doesn't want to tour.
But you are a known touring. I mean, that's where you. Success.
Yeah. For as long as we feel like doing that, we will. Like I was saying, you don't want to spoil something. We love going on the road. I think we're pretty good at it. If we go out there and do it too much, we're just going to hate it. It's got to be fresh. You've got to have a reason. You've got to want to go out there and be on stage in front of people. If you don't want to be there, it's pretty obvious. Also, we've built our own career. I suppose we're entitled to do whatever we want with it. If we don't want to tour, then we don't want to tour. But if we want to, that's great. We do at the moment. Yeah.
Well, you're growing your hair long, so you must be touring.
Exactly. Yeah. Get into the tour mode. Man.
Yeah. Hey.
What actually made you want to cut it off in the first place? Were you aware it was going to cause so much?
No, I don't know. I think I just finished the tour like everybody else. We all said bye. We're going to see each other in a year or 2 or 3 or something, and I wanted to change. I just didn't want to be, I wanted a complete change, so I just cut it off.
Were you prepared? You presented some Brit Award or something, and
no one knew who the hell I was. Yeah, who's that? Yeah. Which is good, interesting.
Yeah, for a live band, you've never done a live album. Why?
Good question.
Tonight, let's make one.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we'll do an live album.
All right.
That was easy.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. In that sort of situation, night after night, when you are performing to these sort of adoring crowds, how do you actually keep your egos in check? That's set up.
With the ego checker, we have a. Yeah,
it
comes in a briefcase.
Very sophisticated little instrument, ego checker.
Attached to your temple.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Actually, the hardest thing is actually pulling the ego out, I reckon, because you got to keep your feet on the ground and keep sane, and you can't do that if you're a raving egomaniac. But you do change on the road. I mean, definitely, people change on the road. You have to deal with it, So I don't know. I don't know. We don't really come from a great tradition of egomaniacs.
I come from a long line of egomaniacs.
Australian pub scenes. Very, when you finish, you don't go backstage to caviar and champagnes and limos and stuff. You walk off the front of the stage, you go into the people. It's a very, symbiotic relationship.
Very symbiotic. Actually, I also think that having two of my brothers in the group, and the same, obviously for them,
a smart ass like me around
with me, and a wise ass like him. But basically, having the 3 members of the group being brothers, it helps as well. I mean, for anyone out there who's got sisters or brothers, there's not a hell of a lot of garden paths you can go up before someone says, "Hey," because you love them. It's like, what's going on?
We did all that stuff a long time ago.
And also, this isn't our first or second record. We've been making records for a while.
It's like
It's like, okay, what's next?
Yeah, for 20,000 people, that's a different league.
Yeah. Well, actually, 70,000 is a different league. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
That leads on. I mean, but you're saying you're recording with your brothers. You've been doing it for what, 13 years or something?
Yeah, something like that. Well, since we were teenagers.
Where's your reality?
Where's our reality?
Yeah,
right now.
That's a very existentialist sort of question, isn't it? Where's your reality? Hey, man.
It's here. I mean, I know. This is our life. It's, we don't know. I guess
this is real.
This is real. Hello. This is real.
Yeah.
But how do you keep in contact with other people's reality?
Easy. You go out, you meet people, you go out for dinner, you walk around the street, you go to the pub. I mean, it's not that hard. I think people carve their own ivory towers and put themselves in them, and then stand around and be miserable. you know, oh God, how did I get here? And it's just ridiculous.
I mean, I see what you're getting at. I mean, it is a business that can play some tricks with your mind.
It indulges you.
And it indulges you, and people pay too much attention to you, really. But I think...
like we're leaving now.
Yeah, we're all...
We shouldn't even be doing this interview.
No.
We should go down there and get real.
But but on the other hand, then again, I mean, we privately as individuals, I mean, you know, you've got to live your life, immerse yourself in humanity. We're all in this together. I don't know what...
Yeah.
So how come you still like each other?
He's a good bloke.
He's a good bloke.
It's as easy as that. I mean, that's a hell of a long time.
Good people, you know. Well, I guess we are lucky. I've heard, you know, people come and saying, "Wow, you've been together for," like you're saying, you know, you've been together, how do we do it and stuff. But it seemed we've had our ups and downs for sure. It's not like holding hands. It's not, you know, it's not Walt Disneyland out here. But I think we've managed. I think we have that bonding when we know that since we're 13. You know, so when you go back that far, if you still know each other at 20, for God's sake, you know, or at 16, you know, you're going to know each other and understand each other later, I guess.
But you know, you do change over a period of time.
With different people.
You know, I mean, we're both over 30. I mean, most of the band...
I'm 30.
Most of the band...
You're 31. You're over 30.
Well, I think the band is at an interesting point, and as a band, because we've actually been down some interesting roads in our career already. You know, we're not beginning, but we're certainly not at the end either. And I think this is a great time for us. You know, we're very happy.
I mean, it's obvious to make a lot of parallels with the Rolling Stones, but do you see yourself sort of like together for that length of time? And I mean, the six-man band.
Yeah, if it feels right.
How can you answer that?
You know,
who knows? You know, I really don't know. I think what they've done is incredible. Really, I mean, I take my hat off if I was wearing one to them. You know, I think it's amazing. Because I know personally what it takes. You know, it takes a lot of understanding of other people, and you know, it takes a lot of reality actually in dealing with people you know very well. You know, it's not always easy.
And also, I think the ones that really passionately love music and got into it for the right reasons are still around. You know, it's easy to break up a group because I'm not getting, you know, this and I'm not getting that, and you know, all that sort of stuff that starts happening. And that's stupid, you know. Obviously, the people are in it for the wrong reasons, you know.
I think they're still getting it right. I think that's kind of important.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we're enjoying it still, so there's no reason to stop.
So, I mean, right at the moment, you would like that. That's something you would foresee and like to happen.
Yeah.
Doesn't scare you.
Yeah. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe tomorrow we'll decide. I mean, we'd like to burst our own bubble. That's for sure. You know what I mean? We're going to get to a point, I suppose, and if we don't want this to break down in a bad way. We'd rather break up in a good way if it's ever going to break up. You know, maybe we'll be 16 doing it. Who knows? Maybe that's possible. I don't know.
Also, it's a job, you know.
There's no rules.
Pays well. You know, you have a nice car. You know, fringe benefits are good.
And one honest man.
Yeah, we've got wives, kids. You know, I mean, it's not just you know, it's not just a party. It can be, but it's a job.
On that, can you tell me about you had this ongoing relationship with one video director, Richard Lowenstein?
Yeah.
I mean, how did that come about?
He did some great videos for some people from Melbourne, Hunters and Collectors, and we saw a few of them and thought, whoa, this is new, because he's a director, really. He writes movies, he makes movies, and he makes videos for friends, really, and he's made it a lot for a lot of people. But I think anybody that could film the way he did, the way it looked like rock and roll, his videos, they don't look like a Madison Avenue project, you know. They don't look like advertising. They look like music, or so. It's hard to explain. And he's out up here, you know. He's not like some big guy with a cigar going, "Hey, I'm going to make you stars," you know. He hangs out with us, and he understands.
He had a cigar last time I saw him.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
You know, so he understands. And the great thing is, he really doesn't know what he's about to do. I mean, when we go and make a video, there isn't this, you know, his storyboards come on scrappy bits of paper that, you know, he stands around going, what are you going to do next? You know, it's got a nice feel about it, the way we do videos. It's rough and ready.
You're actually going to be the first band to actually say that you like making videos?
Yeah, I love making videos.
What's the...
well, they're good. I hate making lousy ones.
Yeah.
We've always made videos. We made videos from the time we first got together. At home. Get all your information up till recently about other bands through television. We've had this so-called phenomena in Australia since the 50s. It's been going on for a long time there. Everybody's used to it.
Yeah. Also, INXS does a lot of live performance videos where it's us playing instruments basically. No matter what else goes on, and it's sort of because we're a band. It's not a guy and a girl and a whatever. It's usually the band, playing and
in the video.
In the videos, yeah. And so
it's doing what we do.
If you say, "Do we like it?" Well, that's what we do.
Yeah.
So,
but usually you make.
It's not narrative.
Yeah, that's true. But then it's fun too, because usually when you're playing live, you're really concentrating on what you're doing. Whereas in a video, you can just sort of,
Yeah, it's all right. It's hard work sometimes.
Which is your favourite of the ones you've made?
Favourite. I like What You Need, because we used it. It's a process where we used film, still film, and we'd shoot a roll every 6 seconds. We filled up a cardboard box this big, and sent it down to the chemist of 36 black and white, and
pharmacy.
The pharmacy, and got it back, the drugstore, and got it back, and
Apothec.
Thank you. And made a video out of it, with a little bit of film as well, but mainly it was stills all cut together.
What about the one in Prague? I mean, was that sort of...
They were good too. Yeah, it's a great place, Prague. Yeah, it's a beautiful city. Great spirit and the people. Beautiful city. You don't, it's like you just set up and the swans fly and the fog mist comes in. And
okay, swans.
You get action.
Swans.
It's easy. We're going back there to play, which will be good.
Is that how you appeared in Dogs in Space, and you were going to do another movie with Mission Ocean? Is that?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Wait.
What was the story behind that?
I don't know. Richard was writing this movie about all this true to life, basically film about this little house in Melbourne, and he thought I could do it. I said, well, he tried me. He tried a few other people out too, but it wasn't like the Old Boys Network or anything. But he thought I could do it. And I knew Sam, the guy I was playing, so really it's almost like mimicking, not acting in that movie, but sort of just about what he was like, exactly. We used to get his friends in and sort of, do you reckon that's Sam and the Russians? And they were, oh my God. So we kept at it.
Well, did that worry you, being a pop star turned actor thing?
No. Oh yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried. Worried, Andrew.
I don't know what you're going to do. You're in a really bad situation.
No, it's great. It's lucky. It's a luxurious position. I'm not going to... I mean, Dogs in Space isn't your normal pop star sort of doomed actor, whatever that is, movie. I like to do particular things. So hopefully I'll get better at it. I'm very lucky. I know a lot of my friends are actors and they need a gig. I don't really want to take their gig.
You're going to do something with Shelley? Is that right, with Roger Corman film?
Yeah, I just did a couple of minutes in one of his films. I played Percy Shelley. It's very funny.
Wow.
I get a rose, a book,
Rose
funny
book.
haircut.
Rose book. Book would be good for you.
Book would be good for me.
Okay, more contentious. Do you now see yourselves as an Australian band or an international band?
Australian band.
Australian band, yeah.
I mean, when we first started going overseas, we didn't say we're moving to London or we're moving to New York or LA to make it big somewhere. We just kept on going back and touring, and if that worked, it worked, and we kept on going back. So I guess we think of it that way.
We spent a lot of time overseas, and incidentally, I've made a lot of friends, and a few people I wish I hadn't met too. But I've met a lot of people. I think we all have, and you make friends in different countries. It gives you greater awareness of the world, and it's an interesting experience. I recommend it to anyone.
Our influences are very international, I suppose, but Yeah, all kinds of bits and pieces. But I think we're an Australian band.
Aussies, mate.
True blue.
Yeah, I mean, does your Australian audience take that? I mean, there's always this sort of national fervour that you...
Take what?
Well, that you are remaining an Australian band, because so many times in Australia, as soon as you become successful, people leave. It's, yeah, I guess there's a fear about that.
You can be sort of between a rock and a hard place, because if you don't do well, everybody goes, oh well, we didn't think you were that good actually, or if you do really well, they're like, who do you think you are? So it's a bit like that sometimes, but I think we got through that okay. Yeah. We left early. We started going overseas before we had more success in Australia. They're just wondering why you're not at the local pub. Well, we've been busy.
I think that's kind of healthy anyway, really.
Huh?
I think that's a pretty healthy attitude to have anyway.
I think it's healthy. Yeah, Australians don't really let you get away with too much.
What actually happened? I mean, at one stage, Australia was the musical centre, and it seems to, apart from you guys and a couple of others, it seems to have gone, really. What happened, do you think?
It's actually still there.
No, it's still there. It's just coming now. It's on the way. Well, a lot of stuff hasn't been... A lot of people put their toes in and, were hyped up and got burnt and ran back, I guess, and they're happy in Australia. But
there was a situation, 10, 12 years ago when no one really cared less about Australian music internationally, and then there was a ridiculous situation where everyone was running around with microphones going, now, there must be this sound somewhere, I know it's here somewhere, and that got, you go, what is going on, this is so ridiculous, and now it's a good situation now, I think, because people are aware that...
It's much more realistic, it's not as hyped.
Yeah, they're aware that the music exists, and it's perhaps got a fair starting ground against every other world music,
Is there a sort of an archetype? Yeah, sure.